How many penalty points do you get for careless driving? Well, if you're convicted of careless driving, you will receive 5 penalty points and up to a maximum fine of €5,000. Now, that's an incredibly high tariff to pay. I've never seen anyone having to pay €5,000 or anything even remotely close to it. The penalty points, it's important to know, are not applied by the court. The judge doesn't apply the penalty points. They just apply the conviction if you're convicted. It's the Department of Transport that applies the penalty points, but it's not the court. But the points tally is 5 if you're convicted. Can you get banned for careless driving? Yes, you can. You can be banned for up to a period of 2 years if you're convicted of careless driving. Unlike dangerous driving, which is mandatory if you're convicted, for careless driving, it's not mandatory if it's your first offence. If it's your first time coming to court for careless driving, the judge has a discretion as to whether or not they will disqualify you. And that discretion is based on the facts of the case, how serious the driving was, as well as your own circumstances. So arguments are invited by the judge from your lawyer as to whether or not they should disqualify you or not. But it's not mandatory on the first offence, no. What does careless driving include? Well, there's no standard definition of what careless driving is. It's defined in the Act as driving without due care and attention, but they don't really define what that means. In general, what it means is that your driving falls below what would be expected of a competent and careful driver. That's a generalized description of what careless driving is. If your driving falls beneath that standard, it's generally regarded as careless driving. That might include undertaking on the left-hand side, driving inappropriately close to someone in front of you, other words known as tailgating, things of that nature. That's generally what's regarded as careless driving, but it's taken on a case-by-case basis, but it's not defined clearly in law.